Welcome to my Atari ST nostalgia trip, and it's time for another arcade classic that I remember to be ported quite well to the ST. It's Operation Wolf, released on the ST in 1988. And when I saw the screenshots of this game back in the day with these huge sprites and explosions, I couldn't wait to play this one. And when finally having a go, I was sort of happy, I guess. But to be honest, my own memories of this game are sort of a mixed bag on this one. And knowing how much the ST would actually struggle with all these really big objects everywhere, I guess we are in for some really single-digit frame rate killing. So without further ado, let's just get into the game and see how it will feel to me after not playing this for more than 30 years. And we are playing the hard drive adapted version with, of course, the nice rendition of the box art as an intro screen. And I have unlimited health enabled. Because otherwise I will not get anywhere in this game. I struggled to get anywhere even far in level 2. And it has been more than 30 years since I played it, so I'll probably not be very good at this. The only thing I did was a test run to see if it was working in my emulator. And while the very energetic music is playing, I also hope I got my mouse settings right, because it can be quite tricky when playing mouse controlled games in an emulator. And of course, after 30 years, my eye to arm coordination is something I cannot fix anymore. Unfortunately, so my gameplay will probably not be very good. And having said that, I have unlimited energy. I do not have unlimited ammo, and that is actually the biggest problem of this game. And I like how this says Master Programmer. I think that's a great term for someone. But let's just go into the game. I am dropped as a paratrooper, and my operation is initiated, announced by very jerky scrolling text in very default Atari ST font. Which are all things that I really didn't notice when I was a child, but now I do, and it sort of annoys me. But apart from that, I must say this game, it really looks the part. Considering the machine, it looks really good. They converted the graphics of the arcades, yeah, really well. And I remember being really impressed with the graphics back then. And you can see it's asking for disc 3. On the hard drive version, of course, you don't have to swap discs, but this was a 3-disc game originally. And now I have to cut off the enemy's communications, and I start with 6 magazines and 6 grenades, which is not a lot. And anything I don't, any ammo I have left, I can carry over to the next level. But of course, if I waste too much ammo, I will start the next level with almost no bullets and virtually no grenades. So I'm going to ignore the knives and grenades being thrown at me because I have unlimited energy to make my life a little bit easier. Yeah, and I'm not sure if I got my mouse sensitivity settings right, but it's just... Yeah, and I think if you are low on ammo, those animals will give you like extra clips, and that guy went by, and I tried to shoot him, and it didn't work, because... and I shoot... Yeah, and with the vehicles you have the choice to either use quite a lot of bullets, and of course this one... What? I wanted to shoot that vehicle with my rocket, and I think I shot the guy in front. That was some jerky hit detection right there. And look at the size of that sprite. I mean, of course. I don't know, I get already... I'm wasting ammo because I'm already getting warnings that I have almost no ammo left. So I'm down to my last clip, and I might be able to, and of course also if you're really low on ammo you get some, you can pick some clips up from here. But man, that guy is big. Oh boy, get out of the way. But yeah, and I'm now wasting my rockets because I have no bullets left. And I think if you're completely down, that bird gives me... Is that a vulture? But I have cleared this scene. I was actually able to clear the scene even without unlimited health, but you can see it's really difficult to play and talk at the same time, and it's really...
You succeeded in demolishing the communication setup, cutting off the enemy from rescue.
It's really difficult to actually have some ammo left at the end of the scene, because if you only slightly press the mouse but it doesn't really fire, you have to hold it a bit, but don't hold it too long because it's shooting too many bullets. But for many of the enemies you need like 2 bullets. But I like the digitized speech in between that they ported it over from the arcade. And those graphics actually look really nice. But it's off to the jungle, and this is where I almost immediately died when I was playing without cheats. So yeah, and I only have 2 clips and 2 rockets. I mean, 2 magazines, 2 grenades, that's not a lot. Even during my test run I started with 1 magazine and 1 grenade, which is even less. But you don't get any extra when you get to a new level. You just carry over the bullets that you have, and the rest you just have to collect by shooting pigs and collecting rockets from here. And it's already warning me that I have almost nothing left, so I have to pick up this clip as soon as I can. Yeah, with the very low frame rate, it is really difficult to really aim for the guys, and I shouldn't shoot those nurses. And I guess you have to just sort of shoot a little bit before where they are, so by the time he detects you fire the bullet and already move the enemy, you sort of hit it anyway. Nah, that doesn't work. But yeah, you would be inclined to just shoot your machine gun endlessly, but you can't because it just uses too much bullets, and because I don't have too many bullets, I can't shoot all of the enemies, and I just panic, and oh, I'm so glad I'm playing with unlimited energy. I want a chicken. Yeah, the chicken sometimes also gives you something. Yeah, and changing your clips also takes some time. So in that respect, it's a bit realistic, just like the modern FPSs are. If you have to reload, it really takes you some time. But man, it is. I will say, I've probably gotten less tolerant of low frame rate, but it is. This almost feels like playing Doom, but with the frame rate of Psygnosis Barbarian. Oh, that chicken held out on me. I also remember some really big dude with a machine gun, and he's wearing a bulletproof vest, so you have to shoot him in the head, but I have no idea. I have no idea which level it is. Oh, come on, why didn't the explosion kill the other ship as well? So yeah, I'm wasting bullets on these vehicles, but I also have only 1 rocket left. Oh well, that helped. Warning, the boss, okay. And the boss moves very jerky and fast, and he has a hostage. And of course I shouldn't kill him, kill her. Oh! Yeah, this is a really difficult level. Oh, and my unlimited health isn't working during the boss fight, so I still die? Seriously? Yep.
You have sustained a lethal injury. Sorry, but you are finished here.
What? Okay, second try. Well, that's better. I cleared the scene, and yeah, with the boss you just have to hope you hit him and keep firing, then you can see that you get a lot of hits. But it's not that. He is actually...
The location of the concentration camp was sweated out of the enemy.
He's at least wounded enough to be wanting to give in. Which also means we at least can get 1 more level, which is the village, and I hope the guy with the machine gun is actually in this one, because that was my favorite enemy to kill. So, apparently back then as a child I also had a fascination for headshots. Yeah, kill all enemies and take a rest, because you know you're going to sleep well after killing at least 40 people. And the levels are over when you've killed enough, so you see a number of enemies that you actually have on the right, and you have to reach it. So it's not like if you avoid some enemies, the level will just take longer to complete. See, now I'm out of bullets, which means he will just reload them one by one. Yeah, and I like how the enemies, when they attack in large numbers, they are sort of fair by slowing down their attacks. Yeah, it must be enemy AI. It's probably not just the machine not coping and having a slowdown. See, now I'm down to my last bullet, and you still get one bullet every few seconds. So you are still able to fire some at your enemies, but you can see it gets really difficult. And already out of bullets again. And there's a woman in bikini for some reason. Because why wouldn't there be a woman in a bikini in a village that's full of enemy soldiers trying to kill me? Yeah, this game also makes no sense at all. You're always tempted to just mow the enemy down, like I just did. But you can't, because you just run out of bullets. And I have one grenade and 0 clips. I mean, in a real game, I would have been dead. I mean, I would have died at the beginning of level 2 already, but it's freed and recovered from damages, and apparently I got something in my arm. I think also some grenades were hurled at me, so I probably should be a bit more, there should be a bit more damage. But we are in a powder magazine, which sounds very explosive, and I still didn't see the guy with the machine gun that I have to shoot in the head. But I have 0 magazines and 1 grenade. That's the guy. That's the guy I was talking about. Oh, and I ran out of bullets again. That guy just shot a rocket at me. Yeah, I think this is also as far as I ever got when I was young. I don't think I ever passed this level. So it might actually be a good idea to sort of stop the game here, because I have no idea what I'm doing, and I am cheating a bit with unlimited energy. And since I already faced my favorite enemy... Oh, come on. There we go. That guy actually reminds me of the very tough army guy from Avatar. Oh, come on. Oh, only 4 enemies to go. And again, a grenade just went somewhere completely different than why I was firing it. I have no idea why that is. I also can't really remember that happening when I was young. So maybe it's due to my emulator, but I cleared the scene, and after clearing the scene, I'm not going to continue the game. I'm sort of going to summarize, because otherwise the video will get way too long. But the raid on the power magazine was successful. Yeah, which is nice and all. But I'm not going to play the extra helicopter scene, so I'm just going to stop my emulator, because there's lots of helicopters coming, 12 helicopters, you have to fire them down, and I don't feel like it, because, to be very honest, I still have mixed feelings about this game. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm still having fun, and I'm really wondering, like, how can a game running at this frame rate actually still be fun? And it's a bit like the Portal Space Harrier. The frame rate should be absolutely unacceptable, but for some reason I can forgive the game for it. And I think it's because, especially in this game, they did all the other things actually quite well. Although I would say that the hit detection and the mouse controls feel a little bit off, but the latter could be more due to my emulator than the original game. But the hit detection is actually a lot worse than I remember it to be. But the atmosphere of the game is mostly there with the nice graphics, digital speech, and probably a lot of people will completely disagree with me on this. And of course nowadays the best way to play this game is actually just simulating the original arcade, which is way better than this conversion. But if you are an ST fan, you should have a go at this, at least to appreciate how much fun we could have, despite the limitations we had to cope with in those days. And with that, I would like to thank you for watching.